in charge of funding financial by association.
Oke, ini sebetulnya akan saya berikan nanti sebagai dessert setelah main course. Tapi dessert di depan, makan es krim di depan boleh kan? Semoga ini cukup clear ya. So, project-based learning. Project-based learning itu, mohon maaf kalau nggak terlalu kelihatan. Project-based learning itu terdiri dari 5 tahap. Tahap yang pertama, the first step is begin with the end in mind. So when a teacher want to have a project, ketika guru pengen punya project, they have to think of endingnya mau kayak apa. Misalnya, for example, my project in this workshop, endingnya adalah, the ending is that I want you to create a PowerPoint presentation about one of this topic. Yeah, that's the ending of the project. So, teachers, when they start a project-based learning, they have to think of what will be the ending of the project. That's what we call project idea. Itu yang dimaksud dengan project idea. Itu ya, itu role yang pertama. After they create a project idea, they will have to create the driving questions, your part. Driving question itu apa? Oh, saya harus bikin pertanyaan yang akan memprovokasi siswa untuk berpikir, untuk create something. That's a driving questions. Misalnya, my driving questions is how to create an informative PowerPoint for the teachers so that they understand PBL. That's my driving questions. Gimana caranya bikin PowerPoint presentasi yang bagus supaya informatif, jadi membantu siswa mengerti PBL. Gitu. That's my driving questions. It should be my research questions. Kalau sudah punya question itu, how? Barulah kita berpikir yang the next one is assessment. Siapa yang dapat assessment in PBL? Nyambung ke sana. Assessment in PBL. The difference between PBL and traditional, conventional classroom interaction is, kalau yang tradisional, siswanya selalu dites dengan ulangan, ya. Ditesnya hanya konten, only content based test, ya, only the cognitive side of the students. Yang kerja keras tapi nilainya, tapi secara kognitif otaknya memang lemah, kata kasarnya si bodoh gitu ya, they will never get a good score. But actually si bodoh ini mungkin dia pinter gambar, si bodoh ini mungkin dia pinter dan teknisnya bikin video, gabung-gabungin, kasih suara. Di yang konvensional dia nggak akan dapat skor untuk pelajaran science misalnya. Science kok yang dilihat ke kemampuan gambarnya. But in PBL they will get points. Nah, tugas bagian assessment itu think about the aspect of learning. Bagian pembelajaran mana yang mau di-assess sama gurunya. And the assessment is not always at the end of the project. Assessment can be at the beginning, assessment can be in the middle, assessment can be at the end. Jadi bisa bentuknya macam-macam, can be a journal, a diary, essay, presentation, and so on and so forth. Itu nanti tugas si assessment, mikirin learning points-nya apa, caranya bikin rubrik kayak gimana dan sebagainya. Next, go on to mapping the project. Itu very much related to launching the project. After we are ready with the project idea, we are ready with the driving questions, we are ready with the assessments. Now it's time to launch the project. Kalau tadi ingat saya cerita guru yang mengerjakan PBL di kelas kelihatannya santai, tidak terlalu repot, because the preparation was done before the class. Mereka harus mengerjakan idenya, questionsnya, rubriknya dan sebagainya. Baru launching the project. In launching the project, there will be some document, entry document. Entry documents. One of the example of entry documents is this handout. Jadi perlu handout. All the things that the students are going to do are put in this handout. And then beside handouts, it can be a video. It can be a kind of celebration. So entry documents can be many things. Entry events, can be many things. Tidak selalu handout. The next one is, this group, ini ya, project launch. This group, you are going to think about what needs to be considered when creating a handout. You will get this handout as the example, and there will be another handout as the example in your Edmodo group. Ternyata ada bagian case-nya, ada task-nya, ada prosesnya, ada roles-nya, dan sebagainya. Jadi nanti di Edmodo itu ada bagian link-link yang tentang teori dan ada juga beberapa contoh. That's for project launch. And finally, manage the project. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. You also need to think of, in this one, mapping the project, you also need to think of how you are going to combine PBL and Edmodo. Besides thinking of it, you are going to experience it. When you are doing this project, you are going to use Edmodo. Nanti akan merasa, oh gini tuh caranya pakai Edmodo dalam project-based learning. The last one is managing the project. Managing the project sebelum mana tadi yang bagian sini. It's a quite challenging task. When you manage the project, you should know the plan. Just like what I did here, what I have to do in the first session, yang harus saya lakukan apa? At the second session, what do I have to do? So you need to think of the stages. Seperti kalau yang dulu pasti sangat kenal dengan lesson plan. So managing the project here means making the timeline. It's like a lesson plan, but for the whole project. Usually your lesson plan lasts for 1 day, 1 meeting, 2 hours. But this timeline will last for, tell me the duration of the project. If it is 2 months, so it will last for 2 months. What do the students do at the first week, second week, third week, and so on. So that's how you manage the project. Okay? Kira-kira begitu? Saya akan kembali ya. All samples will be in Edmodo. Nanti Anda bisa masuk ke Edmodo. So, before you go into Edmodo, let me show you my timeline. Nah, ini project plan saya untuk project Anda. This is my project plan. You are going to start with, sekarang ini kan tadi namanya, this is entry documents dalam bentuk handout. Jadi tadi kita belum sampai ke projectnya, kita baru sampai bahas handoutnya. Jadi 2 sesi pertama we are only talking about the handout. I really want to make sure that all of you get the idea what we are going to talk about, what we are going to do. Nah sekarang let's go into the project. Let's get started. After you get the handout, each group you are going to formulate questions. Jadi masing-masing kelompok akan membuat questions, pertanyaan berdasarkan role masing-masing. These questions will help you do the research. For example, ini contoh pertanyaan untuk project ideas. Where can we get project ideas? Itu kan pertanyaan yang pasti akan ditanyakan sama guru kan? Gimana saya bisa dapat ide project? nggak ada ide. Di link yang saya kasih nanti you will get, oh ternyata we can get project ideas from this and this and this. I'm not going to tell you have to find it out yourself. Example question 4, driving questions, belakang. What is a good driving questions? Pertanyaannya jangan yes no questions ya. Jangan jawabannya yes no. Pertanyaannya yang perlu Anda cari jawabannya secara utuh. What is a good driving questions? Driving question yang bagus tuh kayak apa sih? Nenek ketek gitu ya. You have to find it out. Anda harus cari apa sih driving question yang bagus itu. I will give you the link later. Next, rubric. Rubric tadi mana ya?
Assessment.
What are the benefit of rubric in assessment? Apa sih gunanya kita pakai rubric in assessment? You have to find it out. Jadi Anda membuat pertanyaan, ini mungkin terkesan silly ya. You create questions that you are going to answer it later. Kan dalam satu kelompok nih, satu orang yang bikin pertanyaan. Nanti the whole group, you are going to work together to find the answers. Jawabannya nggak satu, and there is no one correct answer. Jawabannya bisa banyak. You put the answer there, and you can discuss it later. Next. What does entry document mean? Udah dikasih tahu tadi ya. Yang dimaksud entry document itu apa sih? You have to find it out. Jadi dapat pertanyaan itu dari mana sebetulnya? Oh masih ada satu ya. Satu lagi. What should be considered in managing a project? You might be thinking, mungkin Anda berpikir, how can I get questions if I don't know? I know nothing about this. That's why I give you roles. Makanya saya kasih roles. Ini buat contekan bikin pertanyaan. Lihat pertanyaan yang pertanya. Where can we get project ideas? Di project planning, you will be in charge of finding information on how to get project ideas. Nah, dari kalimat itu, and then you create questions. Dapat nggak tuh maksudnya? So you have to analyze your roles. Makanya tadi di belakang saya bilang jangan berdiskusi karena when you discuss it, you have to create questions first. Misalnya driving questions. Tadi pertanyaannya, what is a good driving questions? Lihat di roles-nya di sini. Kira-kira yang mana tuh? Pertanyaan itu diambil dari statement yang mana? You also need to explain the criteria of good driving questions. Jadi dari statement itu, then you have to put it into questions. The next one, what are the benefits of rubrics in assessment? Dari statement yang mana? Can you find it out?
Yang praktis
Why is it important? Ya. Kenapa penting? Oh, itu ada hubungannya dengan benefits. Ini bukan pelajaran bahasa Inggris yang ada statement lalu dibuat menjadi questions gitu ya. You still need to create questions critically. The next one is assessment in project launch. Tadi pertanyaannya apa? What does entry document mean? Di situ ada kan you in charge of finding information about what an entry document and entry events are. Mungkin satu statement itu bisa jadi beberapa pertanyaan, not only one question. Managing project. Di sini what should be considered in managing the project? You will be in charge of finding information about how to manage a project-based learning. Nah, jadi all your roles here should be put into research questions. At least one group have 5 research questions. Ya, minimal Anda punya 5 pertanyaan penelitian untuk nantinya dijawab sendiri. Questions dulu sekarang. No questions? If there is no questions, now it's time for us to create questions. Saya mau dalam waktu setengah jam ini, setiap kelompok berdiskusilah, jangan dulu kerja masing-masing. Boleh berdiskusi satu meja, bikin satu pertanyaan, atau 2 orang bikin satu pertanyaan, boleh seperti itu. Ya, so you create your questions first. At least within 30 minutes you have like 3 to 4 questions would be okay. 3 sampai 4 pertanyaan. Diambil dari roles yang tadi. I will go around helping you so that